Today, let our little friends choose the most eye-catching role from the 3 sets of cards in front of us. Hurry up and collect, send barrage, receive good luck, follow Weibo to collect energy for everyone. So now, please choose your own sponsorship card from the sponsorship card in front of you. A group of freelance actors perhaps. 3, 2, 1. Have you made your choice? If you have, let's start the cutting scene. Well, let's pull the related information for the treasure of the first set of cards. The 6th station.
The position of Bow Street number 2 station.
Congrats to the one who got the yellow card. I would think if you're marrying him, he's a very steadfast, diligent, and stubborn person. He really takes care of his family. He has a strong sense of family values. Then he is a rather conservative person, and then he abides by the rules of the world. He may be a teacher in school or work in some regular departments. It's also possible that he's in the architecture industry. I think he gives off the impression of a gentleman and a good man and woman in everyone's eyes. I think he might be a bit conflicted in doing things. In the face of difficulties, he may have some selective difficulties, and I feel that he has some requirements for his other half. It could be about height, appearance, age, etc. Also, there is a bit of picky energy about the other's work. I think when 2 people meet, one of them might face. Your choice is that he might have. There might be other possibilities if he was a boy and wouldn't have a girl. He might be slightly older than the woman. According to the last information I saw, there are chickens and cows paired. If he is a male, his physique should be somewhat muscular. Height is between 1.76 meters to 1.85 meters. Then, in terms of facial features, they belong to the type where the angles on the face might stand out a bit. They are not very thin, but slightly shaped. This person is very ambitious and practical. In my opinion, he is quite a more picky person, especially for this other half's choice. I feel that this person, this kind of emotion, the woman would be a possibility, carrying fragrance in people with fair skin, long, elegant hair, with wavy locks flowing. As for the figure, the living cat is also in an Indonesian house. What I can sense is maybe the scenario where you both met is related to someone, or one of you, possibly the female, may have a job related to information desk. He is eloquent when it comes to industries like transportation and media. However, I feel his eloquence could potentially lead to some conflicts in such verbal demonstrations and summons might exist somewhere else. There exist some gaps. These could be differences due to a generation gap. There is a feeling that one side might have some beliefs. I think this person might have some niche interests like motorcycle riding, like the feeling of yachts and racing cars. Places near the water, like cities such as Qingdao, Indo-Pacific, Shanghai, Shenzhen are near water, or his living place might be near water. As for the time, I think we can schedule it in February, June, May, and our 2025 and 2026. That's the information of this card group. Congrats to this card group. Hello, the information about the second left card's treasure can be extracted. Guard 1 of the wand, center guard of the coin. Discrimination of the scepter. Because from the information discussed this time, I think the image idols of your future life partner have the resemblance is heavier. On the contrary, we have our rhino, Capricorn, pig girl, lion. Pisces. Close up, there is also food. I think this group of insurance is well arranged. There may be some gaps or discrepancies between 2 people. These differences could be location-based. It's possible that the two people have made contact, so there might be some differences and unusual things between their views. This person, when he does things, he tends to procrastinate. He likes to drag many things to the back. It feels like this. As for your relationship, it seems like you two have been together for a long time in real life before deciding to get engaged and then planning to get married. I think there may be a considerable amount of time spent together. It may take several months to a year or two to get on track. In terms of weaknesses, I think some fire sign jobs will make him choose his career direction, such as those related to fire signs, for example, self-media and internet, beauty, hairdressing industry, architecture, civil engineering. Well, I can sense that this person from the Carter Fort has a fiery personality. My age trait and your gap will not be very big. Both sides' age is relatively close. He should be resistant to puncture. It gives the feeling that his family has prepared everything for him. He might also be a doctor and shares this feeling with his colleagues. As for this type of person, I believe that their work direction is the characteristics of earth and fire, such as picking up a scalpel. Besides those done, there are also some very stable system jobs. I think his family conditions are not bad. You two may be in some, it disappears in some special cases, such as some physical sports. For example, situations like Geely race at marathon, the feeling of recognizing this person may even be that he has participated in some protests. Obligatory labor activities, for instance. He might have carried a torch. I think he is a reliable and practical person when doing things. On the matter of lifting Saban, I feel there might be a slight delay. One possible reason is that he often needs to draw charts, so that he himself, for us, we are very interested in this aspect of spirituality and also have a lot of spirituality. His hands possess a miraculous power. Perhaps he can write very good articles with his fluent and elegant writing. Maybe he is naturally talented. Perhaps his colleagues need him to work on something related to his hands. The baby might be this person, for example. He could be saying, hey, it's like filming a movie. This is a sculpture, a clay sculpture. I think the person who does this kind of craftsmanship is very talented. You can pay attention to this moment and the next 1 or 2 years. The probability of occurrence within 3 years is relatively high. Then his appearance, I think his height, this throne height, should be in this quite tall, not short, regardless of gender. They look taller in the crowd. And then in the south, as for his eyes are very bright and spirited, but perhaps not very big. Basically, he has a sense of humor, so I think his speech ability is quite good. His facial features are very handsome, and his height also belongs to that tall and burly type. If it's a girl, it's the same. He's very handsome and pretty, and his height is also unstable. That's all for this row's information. Congratulations to this row for being kept. Hello, the third card's treasure. Let's draw some information for the third card's treasure. The referee's position, the wheel's position, the median of film and television brands. As for the third set of cards, based on the information from these cards, babe, I would think that this person, you two may have been introduced by a respected teacher or leader. You may have met through blind dating. Some babies maybe fall in love, then struggle. This person, he engages in jobs like military, police, law discipline, civil servant, teacher, and jobs related to ocean shipping and seawater. Battles related to Luyun and land. I think he might take up the direction of work and the need for him to go deeper. So research could also be a direction he's considering. She has a strong interest in architecture and it's something she loves. This is a characteristic of her. If this person is a girl, chances are high that she has long hair. And then he's a nocturnal musician. Then martial arts is more of a shield sense with thick eyebrows, big eyes, bright eyes, and a slightly fleshy nose. The lips are of appropriate thickness, and if he's a boy, he tends to be thinner and his skin is a bit fair. Then it might be more exquisite. Maybe the height is between 5 feet 8 inches to 5 feet 9 inches. Between the 8th stock. What I can feel is this deck of cards treasure. This person has a bit of an old fridge character. He likes to stay alone. A bit of reclusiveness. He has his own spiritual world. This person has a feel of an old soul. The richness and connotation may be engaged in some activities in school, like professors, teachers, this kind of work. He has a pair of very sharp eyes. His eyes may be a bit concave, skull a bit protruding, and I think his hair is not very thick. He might stand out when he has to go through a recheck. In this situation and probability, although very thin, there are some muscles, some light cleanliness, seeing the constellations and galaxies here, including Virgo star. PCR level, Taurus, Leo, you two have a kind of love that seems destined with the turn of the wheel of fate. This feeling Mrs. Fan will have a sense of intelligence in this person's words. He actually has a go with the flow trait in his personality. His life is always accompanied by some small luck. This person is very wealthy, has a good family background, has a bottom line, has resistance, belongs to Shao Gao, and the middle class or even higher levels might also be possible. In the phenomenon of the Wheel of Fate, I would think this person's words, the physique is not bad, the physical condition is quite good, the body is quite good, there is no problem. Then there might be some long distance between you two, maybe near the water, such phenomena. Among them, there is one person I think is quite forgettable in the crowd, is his friend. When he's working, his colleagues around him have high expectations of him. This person is really outstanding. His level of education may not be very visible. He could be a postgraduate for the hooked and other accounts. The judgment that he has very good character, I think you can pay attention to. Our October and ours, September, October, and every 20th of the month, these could be the times this person appears. Alright, that's all for this time's information. Congrats on being able to get it this time.